Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Vox O'Clock for episode 14 of Campaign 1 Critical Role. This one is the Enhanced for Critters version. Shopping and Shipping is the name of the episode. I didn't say that during the Patreon hour. I labeled it when I posted it up on Patreon, and I'm like, that is so fitting, because I went on like a 10-minute rant during and after the episode about how I love Laura's negotiation tactics, and the fact that we are acknowledging that certain things with the shopping should be done a certain way. Even Orion was like, yo, I want this and I want that. And I made a comment before he later on finished his comment. I made a comment that said, why are we all buying things? We just saw that Laura struck a deal when you buy in bulk and we have a 10% discount from Gilmore. We're at Gilmore's Glorious Goods. Orion goes, I want this cape and I want something else. But then later on he goes, by the way, I'm not buying that yet. I'm waiting for all of us to finish so Laura can negotiate for us. And I said that is exactly how it should be done. Same thing as Ren Fair. Usually people at Ren Fair will be like, this is what I want. We'll all sort of get together on what things we want. I'll usually do the negotiating because I'm the best one and I love doing it. You don't all go up to the same guy and go, hey, I want this. How much? Okay, here's your money. And then the next one goes. If you got 5 people at the same store that want the same thing, you're definitely going to get a better deal if you buy it all together and you haggle. So we end up doing so. Laura's doing it. But then at the end, we're still in the midst of negotiations because Gilmore wasn't there. We're talking to this person. They said that everything totaled together that we wanted. That's where we were pretty much ending it. 49,815, I think was the exact number. I could be wrong. Then we started going through the bag of holding. We were like, we got all these dragon scales. Matt said he would deduct 11,000 for that. We also had 3 dragon teeth. He said 750 gold for that. But then he was doing weird math. I know Travis also rounded it. Like Matt said, 8 to 10 dragon scales is worth about 1,000. Travis goes, okay, then we got 11,000 worth. How do you know if you got 11,000 worth? If he said 8 to 10, depending on the size of the scales. He just rounded up, possibly, or maybe Travis was fair and rounded down. I don't know. But when Matt did the negotiation or the totaling of everything, I feel like he combined the 3 teeth in with the scales, because it should have been 11,000 plus 750 gold for the teeth, and he just said we'll call it 11,000. I don't know if he forgot about the teeth or what. All I know is at that point, we are near 38,000 now that we owe. And that's with our 10% discount. And some of it was also including the bulk deal we got on healing potions and stuff like that. Vax, aka Liam, was saying, where do I stand right now with Gilmore? Can we get a line of credit? Because we still do have to go back to the other place that owes us money. There was another place that owed us money. Travis remembered. Travis and Laura, by the way, are on an iPad. Sam is not with us. Matt has been playing Scanlan. Orion was late because he was high as shit and doing typical Orion things, but we need a line of credit. We have the money. We just haven't got it yet because people owe us, and also it is Gilmore, and also we know people. We're the freaking Vox Machina crew, so I think we should be allowed to do so, but that is where we're at right now. I'm jumping in. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Campaign 1 and 2 Patreon Hour exclusive. You want your own requested show or movie, go to the link, ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, and I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, and Cobra Kai done with their entire series. Yellow Jackets and Severance just finished with their new seasons. We're doing The Last of Us Season 2. Once Upon a Time just started Season 4. Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, Leverage, Warehouse 13, thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, Campaign 1, Episode 14, Enhanced for Critters.
It takes time to make it out. It takes 2 to make it out of sight.
It takes 2 to make it out of sight. He's doing songs.
Get back, so if their walk goes really well, whatever that means, maybe we could try to strike a deal.
Right, put this on layaway.
Give us everything for free.
Because we probably need
Exactly what I'm... honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea.
So can we hold this for now?
We'll wait till
Certainly.
I don't think it's a bad idea. We're spending that kind of bank. I don't think we've ever spent so much money
Guys,
in ever.
Museum, Natural History Museum, pizza in the Natural History Museum.
Natural
pizza?
History Museum.
In the meantime,
It sounded like Marisha was saying that weird.
We've
Museum?
got time. We've got to
Natural
wait for
History
their
Museum?
mandates.
Museum?
We gotta go see some
meantime,
sights.
She was saying it very fast or odd to me.
yes.
But yeah, I would totally
Gilmore,
wait. Gilmore would
who,
probably give us a
has kind of
crazy
swooped you out into
discount.
the middle of Abadar's promenade.
Vax starts
Takes you
schmoozing.
by the arm and begins to lead you happily up towards
All of
the
campaign
Erudite
2, I don't
portion
remember
of the
even spending
Has a
anything
secondary
close to
wall
that.
around it as well.
We almost had
As he brings you along, he
$50,000
talks
in
happily and loudly about
items.
how it's rather
50,000
wonderful.
gold.
The way that we were presented with this opportunity over in Western, it's magnificent. The team they've assembled to build this brand. I'm very excited at how they brought it to my attention. I've wanted to keep things very localized, of course, but it seems.
And you trust the folk in Amman to handle your business, or will you go between?
The folk in Western.
Yes.
Well, I have a couple of friends there that will oversee the process, but I will be very, very involved in keeping an eye, so I'm not too terribly worried. Besides, it's a much smaller business we're running then. It'll be fine. Look ahead. And as you guys step into the Erudite Quarter, he's now brought you into essentially what is an outdoor botanical garden that is just a very nice walk. Grass across the ground with fine, well-kept bushes. There's a canopy of beautiful trees that are kind of arcane, through arcane means, twisted and sculpted to form this kind of long tunnel. It's strangely romantic.
Strangely romantic.
As Gilmore begins to walk you down, there's like a fountain to the side, and he's... what about you? How's Vox Machina been? How have they been treating you? How are you, Vax?
Well, we're tired, to be sure. I was not kidding before. We really are lucky to be alive. And that's thanks in large part to a lot of the gear you outfitted us with the last time.
Yes,
Wonders. Well, I'm happy to help. And have you been keeping up your end of the bargain? Have you been singing the praises of Gilmore's glorious goods across Craghammer and beyond?
You should.
You were mentioned in Craghammer. I regret to inform you, though, that we were forced to travel underground rather quickly, and the Duragar and the other things that we ran into are not really customers you want to deal with, so... No, our lives were too...
Everyone's
much,
vanishing
in
one by one. Oh no, they're
But
just
now
letting
that we're
Marisha
above
back in.
ground, I'm looking to pick up where I left off.
Very well.
Do your shop honor. Your contribution to what we've done, and I place my hand on his hand.
Contribution to what we have done. Yeah, really sell this.
was
Really sell it.
No small part in our survival. And I give it just a little squeeze.
Hey, I like it. We're selling it.
And I want to thank you.
By the way, we owe you a lot of money.
I don't know that I would be standing here without your help.
Roll for persuasion.
Did not fit Gilmore's glory.
Look at
He
Matt.
looks you deep in the eyes, kind of pats the top of your hand, and goes,
Are we not having to roll for persuasion?
that moment, that is why I do what I do.
You're a unique man, Gilmore. Never met anyone quite like you.
Really selling it, but I
Would
dig
you
it.
care to share a glass of
Damn,
wine with a
Skippy.
man not quite like anyone else you've met?
Indeed.
Let
What
us-
do you recommend
I'll have
we
a bottle. We'll have a whole
Please come.
bottle.
There are casks that pour the finest of honeyed Singorin wine. I know perhaps you've not been home for quite some time.
That's
Singorin.
complicated thing.
Look at Travis. Is like really up there.
I'm really quite ready to talk about it.
Look at Travis's
Maybe
face.
Maybe with enough wine.
So and so.
About an hour and a half time passes before eventually there is a loud clattering at the front of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, where a laughing Vax and Gilmore come stumbling in, flush of face, with emptied goblets, laughing to themselves. Is there anything specific before this moment that you wanted to get
I
across?
took the Duragar. I was holding her right over the cliff, and I just cut, and she fell. She fell. I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it.
Ridiculous, Vax'ildan. Oh, tickles me. Tickles me all
By the
over.
way, could we get all this shit for
See you,
free?
friends.
You've had fun.
Family. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm an adult, I can do that.
I'm an adult.
What have you found? Have you guys been shopping?
Well, we have.
Yes.
We were hoping that you and Gilmore had a wonderful time, and that we just thought we'd wait for you. We didn't want to make any final decisions without.
I'm
one of our
loving
main
it.
party
Here's the
members.
chance for Vax.
It was delightful. It was delightful. You travel with the finest companion. We told stories. We cried. We laughed.
I can't imagine we don't get a hearty
I,
discount after all this.
Whew, I've had a few. And he kind of writes himself for a minute and.
I pat him on the back and do a little circle, circle, circle with my hand. Pat again.
Remember,
Not as spry and youthful as I once was, unfortunately. But yes, business to attend. What do you need? What can we do? What can we do? And at which point Shirley's, kind of swaying in the back, says,
So they've requested perhaps a few things in bulk. The current amount comes to roughly about 40,000 gold with your discount.
40,000 gold. Oh, well, certainly. What seems to be the problem?
That was after we got 11,000
We're
plus
actually just talking
in
about
trade
maybe
and the discount.
We're purchasing so many things, and since we've gained some popularity,
We should
here
sell it
in
on the fact that we
walking
will
around,
preach
people
glorious
noticing
goods everywhere.
Us walking around. I shouldn't be the one talking right now, but maybe we could open up a line of credit.
I mean, obviously, we're only shopping with you, Gilmore, at this point.
He looks about the rest of the group and says, well, not everyone seems to be wearing the same patented Gilmore's glorious armor that was given not too long ago, so that's not true.
We did find some off of dead things.
Yes.
And those dead things are not under the umbrella of Gilmore's glorious expansion.
But we didn't pay for them. We didn't give business to other people.
But
That's the
should-
point. The point is we didn't give business to
discussed
other
this.
stores. If
Where
I get
does
it for
credit be
free.
placed against? What do you have?
Well,
That
I
you
don't
could
know. What have
anti-
you guys been talking about? We do have a big pile of dragon scale and some...
Well, that is how we got to the
We
40,000.
also owed money.
Okay,
And we are owed
one
money in
question
Craghammer.
that Grog just whispered to me.
Yes.
How much is a platinum worth?
1,000 gold, right?
How much is it?
I think it's 1,000
Platinum is
gold.
worth 10 gold pieces.
No. Right? Wait, no.
Where we at, girl?
I thought a platinum was worth at least 10 or
We
100.
have a lot more money than I thought we had because Grog's been hiding money in the bag of holding.
I always get this wrong. For some reason I can never remember. I thought platinum was like 100
I'm in
gold.
trouble,
Is it 10
man.
gold?
I'm in trouble. She's really bad.
I guess that would make sense because 1 silver is 10 gold.
Wait,
This is how we always do
is
it.
this
1
like
copper
when you
is
slap
1.
Trinket
10
on
copper
the
is 1
ass,
silver.
Dad?
10 silver is
No,
1 gold.
not close.
10 gold is 1 platinum. That's how I think I remembered it.
Trinket.
This is finances. This sounds like a married couple.
So, how much platinum do we have hiding in the bag of holding?
I don't have the number in front of me, but it's at least 150.
Well, that's only
Where
1,500
did we
gold.
procure that again, Grog? I'm sorry, I'm a little fish.
But if it's only
I don't
10
remember,
gold per
but
platinum,
it's in the bag
that
of
means it's
holding.
only 1,500. That's not a lot
I
at
remember
all.
getting platinum.
I do remember getting platinum too.
But you don't have a number.
No, I know it's at least 100 though. At least 150. I think it's somewhere north of 150. I just can't remember the number.
Yeah, but
We
even
get from
that,
the
10 times
dragon? Where
150,
did we get that?
that's barely
It was a combination
2,000
of
if
the
at
dragon
best.
the horn you rage
Rage
looted.
hoarding. Rage looting.
I'll never
Why
forget.
do I
rage
feel like-
hoarding.
It's my shiny though. I didn't want to give it to her.
How
She did
much
evil. You see how she
gold?
haggles.
It's true. She's my
One
sister. I know, Grog. I
platinum.
know. But right now, we need to put that aside and do what's best for the party.
We could buy a party with all that.
Yeah, 1 gold equals 1,000
kind of
platinum.
Well, I think we have enough to buy
Or
everything
100
you guys
platinum.
want.
Grog, money is meant
I
to
think
be
Matt said
spent.
it. Matt said 10. It's
I'm
a
going to drink.
coin worth 10 gold pieces. Wait, no. Oh no, a platinum
solves
piece.
everything.
A coin worth 10 gold. Oh, all right. Never mind. Matt was right.
I agree. Drinks and whoring. And smacks Grog on the side.
1 copper is 10
Two of them leave
silver.
out, leave off into the
10
evening to
silver
go ahead and make use of their
is
return
1
to
gold.
one
Vax
copper.
looks at Gil.
I mean, then it really doesn't factor in too much.
Well,
They said it like, oh, we got a
this is to be
ridiculous
happening.
amount of money more than we thought. That's like $1,500. $1,500.
Oh, shit.
If they had 1,500 platinum,
Used to that.
I have tinkering to do anyway.
I mean, it's
So what did we agree the total for everything we wanted was?
It's roughly 39,500 gold pieces.
Ish posh.
Roughly, Gilmore.
That's with the discount. I already offered this to you, and you haven't even kept it.
Okay.
You're under the bargain by wearing my emblazoned symbol in my.
we'll all wear it. We'll all wear the symbol. You can put it on everything we own. Call it 37,500.
We would be wearing that. Again, we nearly
Call it
died.
37,500.
Is gone, and
We'll wear all your
I'm
symbols.
lucky to be alive today,
and we need a line of
that
credit.
armor helped me be where I am at the moment, but
How much credit do you wish to open?
50 gold.
1,000?
50 gold.
50,000?
50. Yes, 50,000.
I was gonna say 50 gold.
I can definitely do it.
50 gold. I'm like, what? That doesn't even cover
This is true. I'm sorry.
a single thing we bought.
50,000 gold. That's
$2.
that's a tough order.
We don't need
you
that much,
mentioned you had money waiting for you in Craigham.
Yes.
Yes.
How much?
Yes,
Didn't they
we
say
do.
like 20 or 30,000?
25 was it?
25,000.
It was 25,000.
How about we open a 25,000 gold piece line of credit here with Gilmore's glorious goods that you only need to pay back within the next month.
That's
Where there's
fair.
interest.
If it's not paid, you will be hunted.
You will be
But I'm sure that won't
hunted.
be a worry.
If you don't pay, you will be
How far is
hunted.
Craghammer from
There's no
here?
interest? We're just hunted?
It's a week's ride.
There should be just tack on some interest. You're like a loan shark. Be a
Gilmore, question.
loan guy.
Maybe you should consider making like little pins that we could just wear on top of our armor. Because wearing your armor, we have our own clothes that we like. So maybe like a pen.
He steps forward and says,
Keyleth, you're not doing
Or
us.
like a patch.
That's not even a worry. And he pulls out a small implement, this wand, and kind of flicks it over your shoulder, and all of a sudden an arcane swirl kind of around your armor with a big flash of sparks and glitter almost. Look down, and there is emblazoned upon your current armored form a symbol of Gilmore's glorious goods, now permanently emblazoned on your leather.
Don't make faces about it.
Well, you know, I was gonna put on
Yes.
that leather. This was my mom gave this to me.
Keyleth,
your
don't make a
mother
big
has not
deal out of
provided
it.
for you in
Yeah.
means of keeping the
What do
deal
you?
we
We
already
just
made.
saved lots of money and got a credit
You
line.
back and put it on that one. Oh, come on. Hold it.
We don't got. I understand what she's saying.
Change.
We could do
Will
this
it transfer
later.
when I change armor?
I don't know.
I mean, I get what she's saying. I don't want people writing shit on my favorite clothes
25,000
either.
gold line of credit within a month, or you'll be
But we
hunted.
just got a 25,000
Wait, do you really
gold
have a
line of
unicorn as
credit.
part of your logo?
Probably should not be questioning things that Gilmore does.
It's a creature of my creation. I designed it when I was a child.
It's a phallic thing.
So we open a 25,000 line of credit with you, and you give us all of the things we want?
If that is what you want.
Don't we have a lot of platinum? What are we dickering for prices with?
Yes. Why don't we just buy it now, and then we won't have a line of credit with
We
you?
don't have enough. Are they doing horrible math?
Yes, we'll use some of the platinum. 1 platinum is equal to 10 gold. Sorry, Gilmore.
That means 1,500.
Trying to dick
That's not a lot at all.
No line of credit. We'll pay for it outright in cold, hard platinum.
Do it.
How many? You don't have. You don't have the
Yeah.
amount of
What are they
platinum.
talking about?
Said that we got it. Why, Grog's got it.
Grog said.
150.
He has around 150 platinum.
That's
roughly
1,000.
1,500 gold.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's in the bag of holding, but he doesn't have the bag of holding information in front of him.
Oh, he doesn't have the info.
And even if he did, are they all
And he
the?
can't read the exact amount.
Yep.
Well, we have 100.
Because he said in memory it's 150 gold.
Yeah.
150 platinum. That's only.
I thought it was 100,000.
Oh no.
Oh, no, 150
no, no.
platinum.
Yeah.
150.
100,000 would be the richest man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are they all talking about here? In my head, I'm like, are we? Am I
150 platinum.
What do you
crazy?
think, sis?
Basically,
Everyone's
it's-
acting like
it's
150
11
platinum.
11,500,
Vox
which is
Machina
a
treasurer.
little helpful.
Right.
What do you think?
That would put us at about 30,000 that we have to spend left, which the signal cut out, so it doesn't matter.
No, we got.
No, we can
No,
hear
we've
you.
got you.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
total tab is
1,600.
what again, Gilmore?
The total
How
tab-
much do we have? He does have a picture of it.
Oh, he has a picture of it. Here we go.
We have 1,620 platinum.
Oh, that's way different. Yeah, that's way different.
Alright.
All right, that's a huge difference.
16,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. He's saying
spend it.
at least 150.
Spend it.
Alright.
He said anywhere from
So we
100 to
go
150. We have 1,600 platinum.
Per plot.
Platinum.
And we have a
That is
thousand.
ridiculous.
1,600 platinum. With the decimal.
Math.
That brings it to
16,000 gold. Yeah.
We move it 2 on that one. 'cause
No, it's not 100 gold per platinum.
Yeah.
10 gold per
Oh
platinum.
my God, how is this so difficult?
Platinum is whole
I was
time,
questioning the currency exchange.
Losing
I
our
was
audience.
questioning, once you know the currency exchange, you just move a decimal point, like Matt said. You literally just move one decimal point. If it's 1 to 10, you move it 1. If it's 1 to 100, you move it
Your
2.
reading and your writing, your arithmetic.
Yeah.
I can't believe all the mistakes they're making on the math, let alone
For players who can read.
1,600
Pick it
platinum.
up. We'll take it. We'll take
In,
it.
as opposed to, like, I mean, that's like literally,
Could I commission?
it went from 1,500 to
maybe make some armor
16,000.
that's really heavy armor, but very
Insane,
quiet.
the amount of platinum we have.
How heavy?
How heavy can?
And
you
I think
make
Laura knew most of it. Well, Laura didn't know the exact numbers, but Laura's good at math, so Laura knew at the time if it was 150 platinum, she knew it wasn't doing nothing. That's why you never heard Laura
move a
talk.
little more easily inside it, and that would cost. It would take about I'd say about a month to enchant on my end, and it would cost about, not including the cost of the actual armor, materials and time required. I'd put it at about 8,000 gold pieces.
Whew. I mean,
Worth it.
honestly, to
We'll
be
find
expected with the way we're paying for
And
anything.
it'll just be really quiet.
No enchantment
It will
though.
enable you to move freer within the armor.
Quieter. Is
Do I-
8,000 Vox Machina's rate or the general rate?
That is through our friendship and our current arrangement.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
8,000 though, and you don't even get like a
This is
buff.
business.
It's
Please
just
don't take this-
quieter. You can move
This
freer.
solemn, intense face to be.
I feel like we should at least get like a
Business.
plus
I run
one
a
on
business.
something.
Understood.
8,000's a
I'm
lot
not
for
thinking-
something that just sounds quieter. You can move freer. I mean,
so-
I hope that
To take all of
amounts
these
to
items,
something at some point.
with the dragon scales included.
Every
bringing it
time
down
she
to
does run,
39,000
Matt's
gold.
like clank, 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 clank.
We'll
Like
call it
Matt makes it.
39,000 gold.
We'll call it 39 even.
Fair, fair.
That wasn't much of a discount, Gilmore.
We'll plus the
Oh,
8,000
hush up, hush
upon
This
completion.
is done. Take
Done.
it.
So,
Done.
thank you.
Good.
So,
With our thanks.
minus the 16.
Minus the 16 for the platinum. Well, it's 16.
Minus the platinum, that's 22,000 gold pieces after the platinum and dragon scales.
And we have that, right?
That.
And you have 25,000 gold of credit, if you'd like.
We have, hold on.
We
I've
might
got to
not do
go
the
away
credit.
for a minute.
We might not need to do the
Yeah,
credit.
we're passing on the credit.
We have plenty left.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have a lot of gold.
You guys are a black screen. What happened?
They paused it.
She's
I
checking.
was looking at my calculator.
Yeah, she's checking.
All right. Well, we hear you. There you are.
Abacus.
So dark sometimes, Vex'ahlia.
All right, so what do we got?
20,000 minus the platinum and the dragon scales.
22,000.
Oh, yes, we still have enough, so.
All right, no credit needed. No credit
All right.
needed.
So a deal?
Deal.
Deal.
My God, all of our money's gone.
Snaps his fingers.
Honestly, though, we
She
might have
comes
wanted
and
to use
presents
the
all
credit.
items that she had currently.
Because
We'll
even
stow
if
away
we
them off to the
say
side of
we're
the
only
desk.
going to deal with Gilmore,
Brings
what
them out to the
if
rest of you,
we
places on the
come
counter.
across something where we need
Gilmore
more
immediately
money?
snaps his fingers and a contract.
Well, we are going
shows
to
up.
pick up the money in
He
Craghammer.
writes up the numbers of exchange.
I guess it
makes a
all
note of
makes
his
sense. Then we don't have to
business,
run back
passes
here,
it out.
risk
A
getting
please sign
hunted.
here. Anyone who represents you in your fine Vox Machina, sign here and present the money.
I guess I'll do
What
that.
a purchase. Can you imagine a shop like Gilmore's?
And Quill
He just got
takes your coin.
over 50,000 in platinum, gold, and
And you
trade.
now have this entire batch of magical items
It's pretty
for you
cool.
guys to distribute as you see fit.
Yes.
And
That is the biggest purchase I think I've ever seen yet,
Some of those things.
counting all of campaign 2. Am I correct? Am I incorrect? Let me know
Doing business with
if I forgot something. Because
Absolutely.
even with all the Pumat Soul purchase and stuff, we always did it little by
really
little.
though,
We
will
never
this
just
transfer
dropped 50, 60 grand. at one shot. We would always do like a little bit here, a little bit there.
Have you considered maybe doing like potion making workshops?
I'll put some thought to that.
Potion making workshops. I like it.
I feel very uncomfortable and I leave. I go outside to hang out with Trinket.
I feel very uncomfortable and I leave.
As Gilmore takes the change behind the counter, as well, I've got a bit more business to do here. Vax, I greatly appreciate spending the afternoon with you. Where are you staying?
With you.
I take him by the hand, do one of these clasps, and say, well, we live here now, we're residents. I haven't had time to tell you. We have a keep, our own keep. You should come visit. It's on the outskirts of town, it's called Grey Skull Keep, and you're welcome anytime. Day or night.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. To business.
Day
I go.
or night.
I bid you all a fine farewell.
I do.
Bye, Grandma.
He goes
Sounds
backwards.
good.
He's beaten. Exit to the back room and leave you to the rest of you. At which point Shirley kind of goes,
I'll get back to work.
Sherry deserves
back up, kind of leaving
a
you guys
fat
alone in the
commission.
main chambers.
Because
Couple of
Sherry
customers
dealt
present
with us
are
for
walking
like
around.
an entire Patreon hour.
I think we'll call that for the adventure for the evening.
Thanks for watching us shop.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching your shop.
All the money's gone.
All the money's gone. Look at
Well, we have
Laura.
25
waiting in Crackhammer.
Open the line of credits.
Better
So.
get that.
Didn't open-
We
we're
got
not
a
in
lot
debt.
of stuff. Yeah,
At
we
least
got a
we're not
lot
dead.
of stuff. We're not in debt. We're going to get another 25 grand.
Vex'ahlia.
The world is full of money.
Well, we got more money.
Wait, who had dibs on what?
I wanted the
Taking the paper.
dexterity boost, and I was thinking about the mithril.
And I want the leather armor, and he wants the cape.
Yeah.
And I wanted.
Here's the cleric.
I can't use the sword, right?
Sword?
Hey, yeah.
Crossband sword?
No,
Frostbite?
cleric can't use sword.
You check in your class. You might have access to it. It says. I can check here for you real
It
fast.
used to be. It used to be just blunt weapons for cleric, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the older version.
Okay.
They've changed a few things.
Tinker
Let me
a
double
bit
check.
too off camera.
Cleric has access to.
So then the critical roll
all
opening
simple weapons.
is accurate.
So it may not.
All simple weapons.
Short sword is a martial weapon, so you cannot use that, unfortunately.
Okay. Displacements. Manual quick action.
Oh,
that's
man.
right. We have that pearl.
Donations
Oh, in
tonight,
the
guys.
belt.
That's great.
Nice.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching our
Me and Travis are gonna cut out.
All right, Lauren Travis are taking off, guys.
Goodbye, Lauren Travis. Fun in Florida.
you, sister.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, wait, what con are you guys at?
What?
What con are you guys at?
We're at MetroCon. Down in
MetroCon.
MetroCon in Tampa. So if you guys want to go see Vex and Grog in person and you're in the Florida, Tampa area, go to MetroCon this weekend.
She's like,
Hi.
dope.
Napa. See how tired we are tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. Worth it. Thank you, guys.
Have fun.
Thanks again for the chat that bought us dinner tonight.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Vox O'Clock portion of episode 14, which is the completion of episode 14. We started episode 14 after the live stream ended on Friday. We did it as bonus time, even though we didn't hit the 50 likes. We did just enough to leave the hour and the 30 minutes for Vox O'Clock, therefore completing an entire episode in 1 week before the live stream, in between live streams, entire episode. So now we are all caught up on missing for Little Shop of Horrors and skipping for Easter. We also had a Q&A episode, which we missed during all that, which was episode 12, in case you're wondering why there's no episode 12. But shopping was the entire episode, and they were like, thanks for watching us do an entire episode. I said it during the Patreon hour. I loved it. I love me some haggling during the Patreon hour. I also said I grew up without a lot of money. Like, my family didn't have a whole lot of money when I was a child. So I learned to negotiate and be thrifty. My father at one point ran a car lot, so you learn how to, do negotiations and stuff like that. And I would go to flea markets all the time. I would always be wheeling and dealing and negotiating and haggling for the best deal. Not only is it almost nostalgic because I remember, because nowadays you don't really see a whole lot of flea markets. All the flea markets that used to be around me, there were gigantic buildings where they would do these things all over Jersey. Now they're few and far between. There is like 2 that I know of that still operate like on a weekly basis. And even they only operate during like the summer. But that being said, I love watching how people wheel and deal. If you just go and you buy something and you don't like negotiate or haggle, I think it shows a lack of skill and smarts, because Everything is negotiable. You go get a new car, a used car. You go to a flea market. You can even go to like farmers markets and stuff like that, and there's haggling and stuff like that. Even at certain retail places, I know you could do so. A lot of places you go, you will save tons of money, you will get skilled in it, and you will also be smart, because it is silly to me to pay full price. I was saying during the Patreon hour, many friends of mine grew up very rich, where they don't understand the true value of a dollar. And I'm not saying that in like a mean, insulting way. It's just some people don't really think about it or know. I mean, it's not even like that. Some people might just not know that it is even a thing. I've had to tell some of my friends, they go buy a new car. They're like, yeah, this car is $35,000. They're like, okay, how much do I pay a month? Where do I sign? End of story. A lot of people don't even know that you could go to a car dealership and be like, how about 30,000? And then work a deal and negotiate. There is room to play with many things. Like Ren Fair, you go to Ren Fair, always negotiating. Michael will tell you, I do it all the time. I bring it up all the time. It is just a very important aspect of life. If you don't have a shit ton of money and you want to get a good deal and not feel like you have been scammed or ripped off, that is how things are done. So I love seeing how they do it, and I love that they have Laura do most of it. They all pick what they want, and then they're like, it's on you now, Laura. How did we not know that we had 1,600 platinum? I vaguely remember being told this early on, but I don't remember exact numbers with things like that, because we're always spending money here and there. But the fact that they were like, yeah, it's 150 platinum, and when they thought it was 150 platinum, they were thinking they could pay off the entire $40,000 with 150 platinum. I say it all the time. Like, some people are just bad with math. Matt is up there. I think Laura knew, because Laura wasn't saying much. So I think Laura was like, I'm just going to let this ride out and see what people think. But Matt was immediately like, I don't know what you guys are thinking. 150 platinum is 1,500 gold. That isn't even enough to pay for like one of the 100 things you just bought. So then we find out it's 1,600 platinum, and they're like, oh, well then there you go. That still doesn't pay for even half of what we were buying. But I still think we should have maybe opted for the credit by Gilmore, because what if we need money now? We are almost completely tapped. Granted, we have 25,000 waiting for us at Craghammer, but what if something comes along where we need money? It might have been nice to have that line of credit where we still had a shitload on us, but then we also have the risk of maybe getting robbed or losing it or something. As long as we go right to Craghammer and get the 25,000, we're good to go. And I love the relationship we now have with Gilmore. We told Gilmore, come by anytime you want, day or night. Our home is your home. Vax clearly has a very good relationship with them, and we saved a ton of money. Counting the 10%, we saved easily $6,000 or $7,000, I feel like, on top of all the bulk deals and the discount we got for 10%, and the fact that we were able to trade over 11,000 in scales and teeth and everything else. It was fun to me. I like seeing that kind of stuff. I like seeing the wheeling and dealing and the way our money works. It's fun. It's a nice little breath of fresh air after all the battling and violence and murder. So you guys want to see more of what I do? Live stream on Friday, 5:45. We will jump right into episode 15, which at this point is the last episode on Enhanced for Critters, unless they released one earlier today and I didn't see it. I'm thinking by the time we do the live stream, though, there's a good chance that episode 16 has come out. We'll work from there. We've already agreed that we will just jump right into Critical Role's actual episodes if that has to happen. You want to see more of what I do? In the description link for Patreon, where you'll see every Patreon hour exclusive for campaign 1 and 2. You want your own requested show or movie? Go to the same link. Ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level. I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives, like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Cobra Kai and Eureka's final seasons have ended. Severance and Yellow Jackets new seasons are over. The Last of Us Season 2 is going on right now every Sunday. Once Upon a Time Season 4, Sherlock, Warehouse 13, Schitt's Creek, and Leverage. Thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.